Yo, Jammerz is eager. I think he's got to go somewhere or something.
Bruh. That's mad.
I know, it's mad. Alright, cool. Like literally 10 seconds and then we can shoot off.
Okay. Sick.
Shut. Let me turn off Tyrant stream just in case it lags.
The real battle has just begun! Hail the Prince of Saiyans!
Yo, what is going on, guys? C4IQ with Cocky Bastard. No, it's not Cocky Bastard. My bad. This is not Cocky Bastard. This is Psycho Crusher. Kumite #1. First one, Street Fighter 5. Luckily, I've got Jammerz and Tyrant for the first one. Battle of the Commentators, also known as Battle for the Waifus, people have been saying. Should be interesting. Obviously, Jammerz known for his Mika. He said he might pick Faust, but it looks like he's going to be Mika. And Tyrant with his Colleen. And on commentary, I've got man like Shiv joining me.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hello. I'm good. I'm very good.
You've got your own waifu, Laura.
No, these days it's been that, man.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to bring up the
okay.
X.
No. She's not the X. It's just I have two now.
That's fair. I think this is definitely the game where you need a backup. You need a side chick in it. You need a side chick.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
Right. Let me give these two the go ahead. There we go. So yeah, it's gonna be a first to 10. I'm gonna try it as first to 10. I'm not sure if it's gonna be too long. I mean, this is probably gonna be mental torture for Tyrant playing 10 minimum matches against Mika.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly how this matchup goes. I believe Colleen has tools to fight Mika pretty well, but obviously Mika is one of those characters where when she gets you, she gets you.
Yeah, she kind of feels like she nullifies the opponent. Whether you're smart or not so good at the game, Mika just does Mika at you. And she kind of just has a way to a degree.
Having guaranteed frame advantage or Oki in a lot of situations and a command grab loop anywhere on the screen is extremely strong in a game with minimal defensive options. So that's why she's so strong as well.
Yeah, I know Jammerz he knows his frame data inside out, back to front, especially when it comes to Mika.
Yeah.
And obviously these two know each other pretty well. Tyrant's going to be just as clued up as Jammerz is.
So they're starting off pretty much trying to play the neutral. Mika has good neutral, so does Colleen. Colleen has ways of like negating Mika's drop kicks and splashes with the parry, as you can see there. But it depends if Tyrant is ready all of the time as well, because it's very hard to look for that dash and jump in this game.
Yeah.
He's going in right now, though. He's going in. Got him.
Yeah, he backed away. I guess because he was waiting for Jammerz to overcommit, and Jammerz, you know, not here to disappoint anyone. He goes in, but here we go, crush counter sweep.
Oh, yeah, he might have been looking for to respect the V-trigger activation, because people in this game, when they get V-trigger, like to do ambiguous normals into activate because it makes them safe. And you can lose rounds for that.
Absolutely.
Jammerz, he's abusing that Mika's so bad. Abusing it. And now he's got Tyrant in the corner. Command grab. Yes for the game. He's stunned, he's dead.
Is he dead from this? Oh yes, Mika, of course, yeah, that was from a throw as well.
Not even needing to spend a bar.
Yeah, conserving meter nicely there.
Very well played.
What do you think about the V-trigger selection here by both players?
V-trigger, Colleen only really has one V-trigger, let's be real. V-trigger 1 is what she rocked with season 1 and 2. It's not season 1, sorry, season 2. It was very weak. They gave her V-trigger 2 in season 3 and it made her a lot stronger. Mika, V-trigger 1 just makes all the sense in the world. Nadeshko is too strong.
Is that due to like the movement option she gets from V-trigger 2?
For Colleen, right?
Yeah, for Colleen, yeah.
It gives her access to a lot more damage, a lot more stun output, more setups, the movement, yes, and the crush counter stand fierce, which everyone's favorite button.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played with Colleen a little bit when she was probably like one of the only DLC characters that I actually went in with, and that stand fierce was the be all and end all. That was like your footsie button. That reminded me of Bison stand roundhouse for Street Fighter.
Yeah. Wait, this is season 3, Colleen we're talking about, right?
Yeah, sorry, season 3.
Yeah. That stand heavy punch is it's -4. They did nerf it from its original Season 3 release, but it still leaves you at a range where pressing is risky, especially with the priority system in the game. I'm not sure if Mika's EX Peach is, I believe, 5 frames of startup, so I'm pretty sure she can't punish it on block.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. I thought she might have something, even like EX Peach.
Not quick enough? EX Peach is 5 frame startup, so yeah, she cannot punish Colleen's stand heavy punch.
Wow. And as we was talking about the frame data, Tyrant went in. I saw the V trigger activation into counter on reacting to the drop kick. That was clean. And it just went pretty much snowball effects. He's using pun because it's Colleen, but yeah, the snowball effect just put Jammerz in the corner and never got out. Once
Colleen gets any like knockdowns like that, like off a parry or these skills and stuff, she gets hail setups which are very hard to deal with.
Yeah, I watched
you to get
Red Bull the other day, and I saw obviously Nephew and then a Punk using Colleen, and there was a lot of like can hit trade stuff, setups like that, like we just saw Tyrant do there. It seems really scary when you put the hail above you.
Yeah, it is very scary. The EX hail is very strong too. The problem with Colleen is that her damage and stun are so strong that even if you do have a life lead, you do not feel safe against her.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. And she's what was her EX counter? Is that like 1 frame?
It is 1 frame startup, but she has to guess high, low, or mid. So
even
it is
EX
a bit of a risk. Yeah, she does have to guess high, low, or mid.
Okay, that's pretty fair to be honest.
Well, to be fair, EX has mid or high, and then there's EX low.
Ah, okay.
And then there's EX air counter. So yeah, I guess there is still 3. Air is for the jumps though. So.
Not even air normals? So like ground air normals?
I'm pretty sure that would just be on the mid or high. I don't play Colleen, so I don't have that level of knowledge of that.
Fair enough. Another trade on the hail. Stand right has into activation.
Yeah. So a lot of the times you're not going to want a quick rise when Colleen has V-Trigger 2 because it gives her access to ambiguous cross-ups that will pretty much kill you if they hit. Unless you have like 90% life.
Right, okay.
But they do leave you in rough situations.
Does the size of the hail make much of a difference then with the V-Trigger 2? Having the hail slightly bigger?
I don't necessarily feel like it does. I just kind of think of it more of a visual cue of remembering that she is in V-Trigger 2.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
The parries are so strong in these matchups for Colleen because if they do work out, they give you so much access to OT and starting your own pressure.
Yeah, and the damage is like horrendous. Ooh, nice confirmed there by Jammerz.
Ooh, had him in a good guess for the game situation, but didn't want to commit to the command grab.
Nah.
Still looking good for both players here, though.
That was a nice bait by Jammerz to get the V-Trigger activation out. Just whipping the drop kick.
That's where the longest set comes into play. Takes the command grab. Ah, that's going to be 3-0 to Tyrant. He's running away with it a bit.
Yeah, just swaying out of the jump attack. That was pretty clean.
That EX Sway is only throw invincible, so it is a very valid wake-up option for Colleen if she thinks the opponent's not going to commit to throwing her.
Oh, so it's more the speed of it that made it get away from the jumping attack.
Yeah, it was the speed and the fact that even the jump would be invincible to it anyway. So, the most times when the Colleen player shows you they're willing to commit, you're gonna want to wait for them to come back at you through the air approach and punish them that way.
Okay. Cool.
Tyrant showing that he is not afraid to throw out those parries. Those parries are crush counter recovery, like DPs are. So there is a huge amount of risk to them as well. But Ty is showing so far that he has good reads on it and he's willing to commit.
Yeah, I mean, it could be because obviously he's got a 10-game set. He can kind of afford to be a bit reckless in the first couple of matches. I mean, it's worked out for him so far. He's 3-up. I guess he can just, be a bit more, let's say, patient, a bit more skeptical with what buttons he throws out later on in the set if it gets a little bit closer.
Yeah, of course. So far, Jammerz hasn't really shown him that he's willing to deal with it, and I do think in this matchup, Colleen has to do that as well to make Mika think more in her neutral approach.
Yeah, like Colleen feels like one of the few characters that can kind of make a Mika player stop flowcharting.
Yes, I agree with that very much. Looking this now, Jammerz is in a good spot to take this game. So round up has a good life lead.
Yeah, nice confirmed medium into fierce.
He's been very conservative with his command grab so far though. So there we go, 3-1. Good round, good game there from Jammerz.
Yeah, that was clean. That was definitely a different. Well, I would say more like Jammerz. I think the first couple of games he was kind of playing a bit more conservative. With okay, I know what, not even Colleen, what Tyrant's capable of, and I think he was just getting the feel of the land.
Yeah, but that's the joy of having a first to 10 set. You don't have to go in like you do in tournaments straight away. You can kind of just wait it out and see, oh yeah, okay, I can do this here and that here, and even if I'm down 2 or 3 games, it's not detrimental to me.
Yeah, you don't have to show your hand on the first couple of games. So it'll be interesting to see their adaptation. I know these two have had a set before. I think Jammerz said the last time they had a proper set was at EGX, and he said that Tyrant won, and they both said that Colleen beats Mika.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
they
interesting.
both said that. Yeah, that's why I thought Jammerz might go for a Falcon hit. He still might. I mean, it's only 3-1, and he's doing pretty well this match as well. Spit some bars into the mic.
There's the V-skill power up. What's really good for Colleen is her V-skill. It's a sort of a counter where if you press a button you'll get hit, and it builds. It's only -8 on block, which is, I know it sounds like a lot, but sometimes at the ranges it's not really that punishable. It does build her 2-bar V trigger very fast as well, so it can be very good for her if the reads do work out. They didn't that round.
Nah.
It's interesting that you said that they both said that Mika loses to Colleen, because I would have imagined this matchup would have been 5-5 if anything.
See, I thought it would have been a bit even. I definitely thought it would have been a bit even, but I asked him when he was streaming that he clarified, like, he kind of trolled by saying he beats Jammerz, but he was like, yeah, nah, like, there's a lot of characters that Colleen doesn't like, and he was like, Mika's not that scary. I think it is because Mika's would probably have to respect the counter so much.
Yeah, with the drop kicks and stuff. Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, Peach. Oh, Vanny step.
Ty has never been a fan of grapplers though, overall.
Nah.
He's not a fan of them. Fair enough in this game.
Ooh, walks out the jab pressure. Oh, good thing he
The
didn't press a button
coming
there.
in. Ooh, gets a tick throw. Vest 3-2. Jammerz is coming back into the set.
Yeah, that was a really good discipline there by Jammerz. He just walked forward. If he would have pressed the button when Tyrant did the counter, I think he would have died. But because he only got hit by the V trigger, V skill, sorry, raw, and didn't get the full damage, he still had the Desco coming in, and obviously used that as a tick throw to get the throw, took the round.
Yeah,
waking up.
Jammerz is playing well. Jammerz is playing well. Both players are.
Round 1. Fight.
Going into the 6th game here, Tyrant starts off with Hail, and he goes for the V skill. The mic is so strong in this game because of the armor it has on it.
It feels like a gimmick, but it is, like you said, it is super strong. Like it does what it's intended. It draws you. It's sort of like taunting your opponent, so they come and hit a button, and then yeah, you just react to the armor and go in.
You have to go in as well because you can't let her get the power up on the command grabs.
Yeah, exactly.
And it gives her that 2-bar V trigger, Nadeshko assist, a lot faster.
Yeah, it's a really interesting mechanic. It's sort of borderline like a third strike mechanic because all the taunts in third strike gave you some sort of power up in some way or form. So yeah, you can't let Mika just spit fire in the booth. You have to address her even though you know she's got armor.
I think Mika and G are the characters that applies to mainly in this game. Because G also has the same sort of mechanic with his... I think it's his idle stance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't hear about that, actually.
It is an interesting mechanic, for sure.
Yeah, it's Peach. Puts him in the middle of the screen. Jab pressure to get off of me. And then Tyrant is up.
Tyrant showing he's not scared on defense at all.
Yeah, Jammerz, He's showing the, oh, that was a cheeky slide. I was about to say, he's showing his patience with the neutral jumps.
EX command grab, knockdown, +2. There we go.
Nice, confirm.
Mika is so cheap. Man. Oh my god.
Don't get triggered, man. Don't get triggered. It's fine.
Nah, I'm not triggered. Oh, the counter hit stand medium punch confirmed.
There we go.
Nice, a parry.
Look at the respect. You got the wow. Jammerz does not care about respect.
Neither of these players are respecting each other's offense. Oh my god, this is Rago. Good setup from Ty.
Yeah.
Close to stop. He's backing off.
I think they're both trying to get out of their system now. We're just gonna press buttons while it's pretty even, early days.
This has been the most active defense I've ever seen from two characters with no DPs.
That is super true, isn't it?
Oh, great shit. That was a sick shimmy. That was actually a sick shimmy.
Tyrant promoting footsies.
That was clean.
That was, yeah, and there he goes. He's breaking away ever so slightly again with the lead. While we wait for the next match, let me hit up the match arena real quick, tell you what we're at. We're at £31? Yeah, £31. So if you guys want to donate to the match arena, I'll put the link in the chat in a second. You can also use the code PSK1, and that will donate some free money to it as well. So I'll do that right now.
It's going in again here. Oh. When Mika has you in this position, forward heavy punches in the corner, you just feel like, man, what do I even do here? And he gets the stun. Oh no. Is he dead? Okay,
Wow,
he's just alive?
Doesn't
Okay.
Back throw.
Wow.
This is what I was saying with like Mika. When she gets you to the corner, everyone's just a victim. It doesn't matter about the player. Like everyone is sort of susceptible to it. Maybe certain characters have better answers, but the guess is just the truest of coin flips.
Yeah, it 100% is. Realistically, the forward free, the +3 forward heavy punch is so good because even though it does push her back a bit, it leaves her in tick range for the EX Giant Swing. And that EX Giant Swing does more damage than the B&D. It's too strong.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not so much of a fan of Mika having a +3 crash counter button that ticks into a command grab. I am not going to lie to you.
Nice patience there by Tyrant. Good block from the low.
Jump in from Jammerz. Oh, he gets the command grab. Okay. Frame kills. Like it.
Mate, Jammerz' frame kills, they remind me of someone playing on like a DDR machine. Like, he's literally just dancing on an empty court. But they're just, me playing him, they've been consistent from like week 1 of the game. His frame kills are so tight, it's unreal.
He's definitely labbed Mika to a huge extent.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about this character. So that was what I was talking about, the Colleen V skill, which is -8, but left him at a range where Mika's normal would whiff, and then he got to whiff punish it. So here comes Nadeshko. Okay, back in the corner with you. Now guess. Crush counter. He's in there.
Human. That's
EX
it.
Giant Swing.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Because command grab scaling is non-existent in this game.
If anything, it's a damage increase.
For real.
V trigger, like, yes.
Have you seen Laura's damage of a command grab into a stun combo?
I mean,
it pretty much ends every round, no matter who you are.
She does have extended combos off of it.
Yeah, she gets a full level 3 clap and into a madness, then the clap hits into another madness. It's just mad.
I mean,
I realistically speaking, in this game, think that when you're near stun, especially against a grappler, you should just avoid command grabs or grabs at any risk. So even if you get jabbed into stun, as long as you think you can live off the stun combo, because command grabs stunning you will kill you pretty much. So taking a jab is probably better for you in that situation.
Absolutely, it's basically a case of picking the option with the least risk, I guess.
Yeah. Because command grabs have a lot of risk to them anyway, so I guess it does make sense. And they added more recoveries in the Season 3 nerf.
That was the command grabs though, wasn't it? It wasn't regular throws that did that too.
Only command grabs. I think they added more recoveries to throws as well by like 1 or 2 frames, but it wasn't significant enough to make it huge.
Oh, nice counter.
Ty has been really milking that counter work for him in this set so far.
He has to. He has to present it, even if it's in a case of it not working and whiffing. He has to make Jammerz be like, you can't just keep pressing buttons. And another thing he did as well is he stand roundhouse the drop kick and got a crush counter. That was pretty clean as well.
Yeah, that is very strong. Good options, a good awareness, because if you're not ready for that and Mika crush counters you, oh boy.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Even if you block a fully charged one, you might as well get hit by it.
Yeah, because the situation is really messed up.
It's peak. Super peak. So that's a 5 to Tyrant, who's at the halfway mark. Jammerz not far behind with 3. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Who have we got? I think I saw Jones Arcade in it, you know. Jones
Arcade, my boy.
See Jones Arcade. Riverzoo, I see you, fam.
Round 1. Fight.
It's been a very solid set so far from both players. Crush counter hard kick. Oh, but he doesn't respect the meaty. Wakes up with a jab, and he gets rewarded with a corner. Got greedy on the command grab though.
Wake up, jump forward, gets out of the corner, avoids the command grab.
It's a very smart option, because a lot of people would tend to jump back or neutral jump in the corner, but then it keeps you in the same scenario, and if they don't command grab and they anti-8 you, you just stay there. You might as well jump out.
Yeah, if you're going to jump out of the corner. Don't just jump away from the command grab.
Yeah, exactly. That corner pressure was relentless from Tyrant, but Jammerz managed to escape.
Yeah, he fought his way out for sure, but ran himself into a vanity.
It's Colleen has V-Trigger 2, Mika has V-Trigger 1 ready to go, but he doesn't get to activate. He gets killed with a throw.
Yeah, I think he was scheming too much for the V-Trigger activation. I mean, with V-Trigger 1, just having the Desco as the deterrent to press buttons. Like, I know Jammerz has got a lot of sounds for on block, but yeah, I think sometimes just doing it neutral could help him.
Well, in that scenario where he was about 50% life down, I can understand why he wanted to do that. Plus, Tyrant was walking himself back to the corner.
Yeah.
But it is a valid point that sometimes in neutral you just need to pop V-Trigger and just see what your opponent is willing to do, especially in this longer set format.
Jammerz has pushed Tyrant back to the corner. Nice confirmed. Neutral jump, Jammerz? Ooh, missed time with my grab, I guess.
I do know Ty doesn't mind cornering himself as much because Colleen does have the option of a double jump, which is very strong in getting her out of situations that could be rough.
Yeah, I've seen Tyrant do a lot in the stream. Is there like a really hard way to stop that? Like, it seems she's really floaty, but because of the ice she makes fall as she's jumping away, it seems really hard.
So realistically, you're either going to want to air to air it, or you're going to want to have, if you hard read that they're going to do it, you can try to space yourself in a way that the ice whiffs and you punish the recovery or the landing frames.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I guess, I'm not too sure, I'll have to see it in the match. What it looks like with the opponent if they auto-correct as she jumps over you, because I was thinking maybe Jammerz could EX Peach as soon as Colleen goes over him. But I don't know if he's still facing the wrong way. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then the ice would, if to do it in the timing you would, the ice would probably hit you out of that.
Stand fist.
Puts himself in the corner, but should still get the stun here. Yeah, he does. Good counter confirmed. Builds bar. Tyrant up another round here. Starting to get away from Jammerz again.
Yeah, they've definitely swapped tempos. Like, the first 3 sets, obviously, they were quite tentative and very methodical. I thought it would be the other way around. I thought they'd both be going ham the first couple of matches, but it started pretty slow. And now it's just snowballs left and right. Just that.
Yeah, but both these characters are pretty explosive, fast-paced characters too, so this has actually been a lot more footsie-based than I would have originally thought it would be.
Absolutely. I mean, you said that. The footsie's paid off with a perfect on Jammerz deck. That's what I mean. Like, the first round it was dominated by Tyrant. The second round, Jammerz just went ham, and it's kind of.
Oh no!
Look at this. You've got one good guess in him.
Is this about to be the double perfect? Nah, I don't think so. Oh,
Where's
he's
the
precious real. Oh, he's scared. He's frightened. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Colleen's backdash is really quick. Oh my gosh, he got animated.
He has one of the better backdashes in the game.
Look at the turnaround. Good. So that was what you're talking about with the delay wake up, I'm guessing, in those situations.
Yes, this is the Street Fighter 5 epitome of everything is going right for you. You almost had a double perfect, and now look, you've lost the game. You've lost the game.
What? All he did is he jumped. He went up, back, backdash, sweep into death. Like
how often can you say that the Mika player is the one being robbed?
I mean, yeah, you should definitely click that. That is Mika getting a taste of her own medicine for real.
That's the way it is in this game, unfortunately.
Like, yeah, that slipped out of his hands so quickly, like. So yeah, that's 7-3 to Tyrant. Like you said, he's definitely bridging the gap a little bit more now.
He has more breathing space, yeah. He might be willing to take that extra risk now.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was thinking, like, he didn't, in that sequence, after you got perfect, he didn't throw out one counter. Like, you'd think that would be the time where it's like, look, I'm not going to let you run over me. But Tyrant, he's not in a rush to finish it.
What Jammerz seems to be limited by right now is that he seems scared to command grab Tyrant because Tyrant's shown he will be active on defense. And it is looking like Tyrant's conditioned Jammerz pretty well because Mika's really scary because of her command grab. And if he stops that game plan completely, then what is he really worried about? Just him meatying him, and he's parried most of the meaties. But saying that, Mika players will be Mika players.
Yep, DDT finisher.
No life left, and he went for the EX giant swing.
Standard.
He's a braver man than I am.
Man, Jammerz is one of those guys. It's like if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down in a blaze of glory. Like
that's what you gotta do in this game, man.
He doesn't wanna die because he got, you know, hit with a crouch short because he was standing. Like he's going out counting it. Like that's the only way he's gonna lose is with counting it.
Saying that though, he's one guess away from stun. Good tech. That could have been the game if he didn't tech that. And he is back in this. Oh no, back throw. Okay.
Punish the counter. Activation. Raw.
Good.
Bear back.
Activation. Not ready for the anti-air. Definitely seems to be one of the problems Tyrant's been having in this set is he's not been ready to anti-air Jammerz consistently.
No, yeah, I think he did one counter anti-air, but yeah, button-wise, I've not seen any. I know her her anti-air options are a little bit finicky when it comes to like jump angles, like roundhouse, crouch fist. They're good, but at a distance. Where Jammerz likes to jump at you is, am I going to cross you up or am I not? When he does the body press as well, he jumps at really obnoxious sort of angles.
Yeah, that is very fair. The fact that Mika can change her jump arc makes it awkward for characters like Colleen to deal with.
Absolutely.
So I guess Tyrant might, if in this situation, because it's very hard to react to dash, jump, and drop kick, Tyrant might just be focusing on the dash and the drop kick aspects and letting the air game go.
That's fair. I mean, it's not led to a lot so far. I mean, bar that one match that just happened, jump-ins haven't really been what have been giving Tyrant problems, to be fair. He's happy to take sort of the damage and, you know, the occasional command grab. So yeah, I think the dropkick game on the ground is way more important.
Yeah, they've both been playing at a way that they both understand this is a long set. Jammerz has been playing very conservative for a Mika player especially, and Ty has shown that he is not afraid to do the things to shut down Mika when the time comes to do it. So I think it's been very smart from both players.
And I think, saying that, Jammerz has found the go-to. I think it's is it a crouch strong or crouch fierce? The grounded elbow into V-trigger? That's worked every time.
Yeah, it's very good to catching your opponent for trying to move as well, because it's very quick.
Yeah.
I believe it is, 1 second, crouch fierce is 11 frames of startup. So it is a relatively fast button that moves her forward.
Nice. Wow, what an answer. Like he was saying, if you're going to jump out of a grab, you might as well jump forward. Jammerz does the same thing and presses her body against Colleen in the process. Oh, he was ready for the vanity.
Vanity, nice. Oh, unfortunate, but there we go. Tyrant gets around.
Yeah, his movement was ready for the vanity because you saw he walked up and then backed away, but I just don't think he was ready to counter poke.
It is relatively fast and it's hard to deal with, especially in an online format. So I do understand that. I do relate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not trying to put down Jammerz at all. It's just like his brain worked faster than his fingers could. He knew what was going to happen, but he just couldn't figure out how he was going to stop it happening. Good tech. Oh my gosh, the stand mediums have been working out as well.
Do you know what's so good about that? Oh, the counter, but he didn't get the punish.
No, see, and that's just going to work against him. Tyrant's going to be like, oh, even when I do with a counter, you're not ready to punish. And that was the first block in that.
Grab. Ooh, that's not great for Jammerz at all. Unsafe EXP. That could be the round, I think. No, just alive. But he doesn't have V-Trigger, that's it. 8-4 to Tyrant.
Yeah, 8-4, two games away for Tyrant there.
First to 2 tournament set time for Tyrant.
Yeah. And the match Reno. Don't forget, quickly guys, just, you know, Tyrant might win this in 2 games. Hit the match Reno link, I'll post it one more time. If you type in the code PSK1, you can donate free money to the prize pot. Both these players will be getting paid 8% to the winner, 20 to the loser. Give them a little thanks for putting on a spectacle. The commentators match, I'm sure everyone wanted to see it. There we go. Takes 2 seconds to make an account. You literally just sync up your Twitch or your Twitter account, and then yeah, type in that code.
To answer your question, does Mika get Oki off EX Peach into knockdown? She does. On Quick Rise, she's plus 19 with a 17 frame dash, so she's plus 2. And on Back Rise, it's 24 frames advantage, so she is plus 7. So you always want to Quick Rise that EX Peach.
Get straight back into the action then. Don't want to give her any more frame advantage than she needs.
Oh no. Yes, exactly. The thing is with Mika is that even plus 2 is still scary because she has a 5 frame command grab, so it's still gonna beat your meaty jab anyways.
Swingers. Oh my
Good
God.
confirm.
Man,
That you have ages to confirm that, by the way, though. You have ages.
Yeah. Is this it?
Didn't want to commit to the throw, but he gets the stun anyways. Nice. The Sobat.
Yeah, I was about to say the poor man Sobat. The movement's not there, but the animation is basically the same.
The Sobats in this game are too strong. Her and Gao have some great Sobats in this game.
Mate, make Nash great again, please. Please.
Oh yeah, Nash is just limited in every way, shape, and form. I'm not even gonna. I forget that character exists sometimes.
Thank you. There you go, man. And I forgot about this game because they just made him worse.
I don't understand why. Did Season 1 leave that much of an impact on people?
Apparently. They saw L.I. Joe and everyone doing well and they're like, nah, this is too much. And
I
I'm like,
don't
hold
think
on.
he was that good in Season 1. I feel like
bro.
he was relatively more honest than the characters that were winning.
Super tame. Well, in my eyes. I mean, I didn't stick with the game for that long, grinding. But back then I was just like, okay, so he hasn't got a free frame button, and his reversal isn't a reversal. Even with EX, there's no invincibility.
Yeah.
So
He didn't have a reversal, so he just had to hold pressure.
Yeah.
The only thing really that people hated was his dash. And then you look at characters like Ken with their 15 frame dashes and you're like, wait, how is this fair?
How is this okay? Oh my gosh, what a read by Jammerz.
Good
Double
read
dash.
on the yeah,
Yeah.
double dash jab. Because
Yeah,
if Tyrant didn't double dash there, he didn't backdash, that double dash would have probably been punished.
I mean, totally. Like Jammerz, he's not deterred. He's got so much dandruff. You can't condition him. Like Tyrant's shown that he will wake up buttons a lot. And Jammerz like, I don't care that you've done that. I'm going to do jab. I'm going to do dash dash jab. I don't care if you've got a counter. I don't care if you're going to wake up buttons. I haven't got the health to take any of those options. I'm banking on you backdashing. It's like he knows like Tyrant needs to be a Rose player or something. He's definitely got a tell in Tyrant. Obviously because they know each other from years and years ago. But Jammerz does like to play on people's tendencies a lot.
Jammerz is very, very good at observing people's tendencies. You're right. This is one of the things he's had from commentating and stuff. He's been able to watch everyone and just see what they like to do.
Yeah, it's a skill he had from Cross Tekken, and that's when before he really got into commentating. Cross Tekken, he would be like, "Oh, you're gonna roll? I know every time you're gonna roll now. Like, I see your tendencies. Water confirmed."
That was a sick V-trigger setup. went overcommitted on the command grab, and he didn't die for it. He didn't die for it. But both players here are low life, and Ty gets the throw. That's so cheap, man.
I saw Nephew doing that a lot. Like, it seems like that when she does the basically the slide into the DMs into crouch medium kick. There's just no block stun. It's like I don't even want to call it a tick throw. I want to call it a target combo with a throw at the end. Like,
it's pretty
there's no
fast,
block stun.
It's pretty. The slide is, I believe, 13 frames. Yeah, the slide is like 13 frames.
Wow.
It's really fast.
Oh, the counter. Look at the damage. The grip. Good block, but rock bottom. That hard judo throw. Putting Tyrant on 9. Jammerz on 5. I mean, it's definitely doable, especially with Mika. It's definitely doable. But
he just has to guess right. Just have to guess right.
That's the thing. And even with that match, Tyrant, even though he lost the last match from backdashing and wake up, he did it and he got away from the command grab. And what we were saying earlier about risk reward is like, well, I mean, I'll backdash and it's gonna make it so I take less damage, I guess. Like, you're gonna have to make a harder read on my backdash. And I'd rather do that.
What's risky about backdashing is that it leaves you in crush counter state. So a lot of times against grapplers, I would actually recommend jumping back, if anything.
Right, instead of backdashing, okay.
Yeah, because if you get, like, when I'm playing Laura and people are backdashing on me, I'm getting a free stand heavy punch crush counter into a juggle, into you're guessing again. Which is why, but Mika, I guess, could be a bit different because she doesn't have the juggle like Laura would.
I guess she hasn't really got the normals to chase it either. Like, drop kick for the distance, you have to charge it, so by the time there's backdash, they're gone. Slides pretty slow. I don't know what she would do to, like, take advantage of the crush counter state on the backdash.
She would have to probably hard commit to a forward heavy punch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and then she'll get the launch into wingless.
Yes.
Oh, nice neutral jump.
And he's in the corner. He tried to go for the EX parry. Jammerz went for the good back throw there.
DDT.
Ooh.
Stone Cold Stunner, let's go.
I would have, would have been so sick if he parried that reversal.
Yeah, that would have been grinding.
Good setup here now. Okay, crush counter fist. That's the fist I'm telling you, mate. It's so good.
Damn.
It's
like,
so good.
I'm sure he did jab fist and he got caught doing whatever he was doing.
Because the priority system and pushback works really well in Colleen's favor, so a lot of the times they'll do a lot of strings and then just press a button, press a fierce anyways, even though they're minus because of the priority system and how far it leaves you in terms of pressing a button. So you'll be like, oh, it's my turn. Nope.
Nope.
Crush counter.
You thought it was your turn. Incorrect, son. Peaches.
Stand heavy kick. Okay. Jammerz is looking like he's getting really antsy to get in now.
Yeah, I think he knows it's like, if Tyrant wins this round, it's done. There we go.
Comes Nadeshko. Forward heavy punch. Okay. Oh, it's the parry. That was brave. That was very brave.
Slash
back in the corner.
Wait up, buttons.
He's going to activate V-Trigger here. Guess which side he's on? And that's going to be it. That's
Absolutely
10
fair.
to 5.
10-5. I mean...
Wow. Convincing from Ty.
I would say convincing. I would say convincing. I mean... The matches that he did rob some matches. But like you said, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. Like, especially to a meek player, it's kind of like, look, we have to deal with this for ages. It's now your turn. But again, Tyrant did play a lot of those matches really solid with the options that he used to escape Jammerz' pressure. And he forced Jammerz to make some ridiculously hard reads.
Even though the score was 10-5, I don't feel like Jammerz played badly at all. I feel like he just was unlucky in some of his reads, and on another day, it might have worked out for him. A lot of those reads might have worked out for him. He got parried a lot. So Ty definitely had a hard read on Jammerz.
Yeah, no, totally. It was definitely an interesting game to watch. Definitely an interesting game to watch. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. I mean, I did know someone was going to get snowballed. Someone was going to get like a good run. I guess it went both ways. Tyrant got 3 up then Jammerz pulled it back, and then Tyrant just increased the lead a bit too much for Jammerz to come back from. But it was a case of Jammerz playing on the back foot a lot of the set, and I think he's more used to people trying to adapt to him, where he had to adapt to Tyrant.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Having a set in a lead in a long set gives you that ability to adapt again and see what your opponent is coming with now. Even if they do take 1 or 2 games, it's like, okay, I'm still in the lead, and I've still got time. What is their game plan? I'm going to adapt to this now and show them another part of my hand. Yeah,
no, that was a sick set. Hopefully, I'm sure Jammerz would do like a breakdown. I know that's what he's been doing of late, sort of like going through some of his matches and stuff. It'll be interesting to see his full process when it comes to Colleen, and maybe he can explain in a bit more depth why the matchup is bad for Mika, and maybe why he didn't play Falk. I know his Falk isn't seasoned like his Mika is. Like, his Mika's obviously his bread and butter.
Yeah, of course.
He has been playing quite a bit of a Falk, so it'd be interesting to know why he didn't go for that.
Yeah, he's been coming to the Gaming Sphere sessions on Thursdays, and really I've only seen his Falk as of late.
Oh, really? Oh, sick. Shout out to Tyrant, he just hosted me. Safe dude. We're just talking about the matches, and Jammerz losing 10-5 to Tyrant. Shiz was giving me some like background information on him, and why he might have not have played Falk. I mean, do you think Falk would have been a bit better? I mean, you said that you thought it was 5-5 anyway with Mika versus Colleen. So would you think Falk did a little bit better, or?
Not necessarily. I think Falk is a pretty weak character, but Mika is also Jammerz's main, so you'd always think going with your main is better than going with your side character.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, there was no reason for Tyrant to ever go to any of these other characters. There's no reason to go to Bison.
Ty's Colleen is very strong. It's very strong.
Yeah, there's no need for him to stray away from that sort of stuff at the moment, especially for like a set, just to showcase what Colleen can do, and he's been doing that for ages on his own stream. I haven't seen him play many Mikas on his stream. He's normally up against Bisons and Camis and stuff. So like I said, when he said that Colleen does alright against Mika, I was like, are you sure? But he showed me why. Like, if you're ready to commit to your options and not scared to whiff counters, it makes it harder for Mika. Even when you do whiff the counters, like we saw it, we saw him whiff a couple of counters, and the Mika has to register it and then go, okay, what button do I press? Because normally the buttons that I press are to poke or a slow. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna react. It's only really what stand medium punch and the EX Peach. And
so,
you kind of want, you don't mind taking it, I'm guessing, as a Colleen player.
Of course, but the thing is, when you say this, the problem is, even off EX Peach, puts you, as we said, it puts you in those guessing situations where it opens her up to that command grab again. And that command grab is not just take like Laura's, take the command grab and you're out. It's take the command grab and then the situation recycles over and over. So even then, like, Mika's one of those characters where no matter what the situation is in the game, no matter what the resources are, she can beat you off one knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, I play anime games, and that to me seems super scary. Like, in my games, you've got a burst, you've got alpha counters, like good alpha counters. Some of the ones in Street Fighter 5 aren't that good.
She's definitely not one of the characters in the game I'd say their win condition is their V trigger.
See, to me that would mean she's a bad character.
So,
well, you'd think so, right?
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing. Is I think that actually her V trigger is strong, and the fact that her win condition is not in the based on her V trigger makes her stronger.
Yeah, I think so she hasn't got a crutch like other characters have. Like, let's say, like Nakali.
Nakali, his win condition is definitely his V trigger.
Yeah.
As I would say, a lot of the grapplers in the game, like Laura, Abigail, those characters,
they revolve around that trigger being either their comeback factor or sort of like their snowball effect.
But that's kind of what separates the top tier from the mid and low tiers in this game, is that their game plan doesn't necessarily mean their V trigger has to be too strong or can win in the game. They probably all have strong V triggers, but they can win without it. They can afford to spend V reversals.
Yeah, no, that's a super good point. That's a super good point.
Because let's look at characters like Manat. You look at her and you don't think this character just wins on V-Trigger, but then she has that ridiculous V-Trigger too.
Yeah. Then you remember about it. Yeah, you get so frustrated with the neutral, the normals, and it's like, oh, I'm finally winning. You stop applying pressure, and it's like, wow, now I've got to like block the most insane mix-up.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's just how it is sometimes. Like even characters like Ibuki with that V-Trigger too. Her V-Trigger is very strong, but I wouldn't necessarily say that that's her win condition. I would say that it's definitely something that helps her game plan.
Right. So basically, the characters that can stand alone, or put up a good fight without the V-Trigger, are the characters that kind of separate them from being like you said, the Ibukis or the Balrogs, for example, where it's just like, okay, this character does this one, maybe even Urien to a degree, where it's like that's what that character does. That character is going to mirror you to death.
Yeah, that's what I see from Urien, especially. Even when I was watching Nemo at Kumite, it's like it seems that the game plan is just to see how much damage you can get in before V-Trigger and then never V-Reversal.
So, this is where
that just seems to be what Urien players are on. Like even Uriens I play online, offline, it's just like they seem to just don't mind getting beat up because they know once they get Aegis, wake up Aegis is an option. Aegis in block strings is an option. Aegis on pressure is an option. Aegis on hit. So it's very much their win condition. And then they get resets off it that can win them the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I didn't really think about it that way. Yeah, because from what I see from an outsider, like just spectating, ever since Nash got removed from the game, it was just like, oh, yeah, Nash was bad because his V-Trigger wasn't good to start with because people just weren't doing meets. People just weren't doing meets. So he was getting away with murder. And as soon as people got meat, it's like, oh, he hasn't got that teleport gimmick. What does he have now? Like, he doesn't have much.
What people hated about Nash was, remember his Season 1 V-Reversal, how far out the corner it took him? It took him from, like, out the corner to mid-screen instantly, whereas other escape V-Reversals used to just leave you kind of behind the opponent.
Yeah, they'd put you to mid-screen.
That was what Nash players were using more so than their V-Trigger, because obviously the V-Trigger was an early Street Fighter 5 gimmick where people weren't too sure how to deal with it, right? They didn't know if you just meated it. But the V-Reversal was really strong, and it meant that he could play his game, which was get in and out quickly, because if he got cornered, V-Reversal out if you weren't ready to throw it, and then he resumes his game.
See, I thought that was intentional, because he didn't have a free play button, and he didn't have a reversal.
I think that's a fair design, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I even think that Nash's anti-airs in Season 1 weren't fantastic. Like, I feel like he had ways of being this rushed down by the game, but the game was early and it was what it was. People only saw Infiltration winning every tournament, so it's natural.
They blame the character and not the player, and now we're left with a shell of a person. Like,
look at Season 1 Chun-Li also. Season 1 Chun-Li still never recovered from... Oh, sorry. Chun-Li in general has never recovered from Season 1.
She's never... Yeah, no, you're right. She hasn't recovered. I mean, I think what she should have got, Nash got. Like, she did get toned down. Honestly, now for me, I don't feel like she's bad. I think her neutral's still really good. I just think she doesn't have that damage that the other SF5 characters have that make her as threatening. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's not threatening. She's viable, but not threatening. So,
do you remember Season 1 Stan light kick anti-air into the 50-50? Oh.
Mate, that was... I mean, I play anime games. You need to understand. To me, that was like, bro, like this is my life.
It wasn't just the 50-50. It was the instant air legs mix-ups, and it was always plus. It just felt, oh my.
It was gross. It was definitely gross. But that's what I'm saying. That kind of, when I hear all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, that character needs to get erased. When I hear Nash, and then it's like, oh, he dashed and threw you into no setup. I'm like, do you really need to nerf this character? Like, really?
The dash and throw into no setup isn't really a thing in Street Fighter 5 because reacting to the next dash is very hard. It's very hard unless that's what you're mainly looking for.
But it's not guaranteed. Like some of the throw loops, Nash never had that.
He didn't. He definitely didn't. But I definitely think he deserved to be toned down slightly, but not to just his dash, not really to the extent that they did, where they butchered him.
Like they did remove him from the game for a bit. He got removed. he had nothing. He had no ways to build V trigger because he didn't have the target combo into the V skill. Like
I remember when V Trigger 2s were announced and we saw Nash's and Shax was hyped. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Nash now. His V Trigger 2 looks sick." V Trigger 2 came out and they saw the frame down and were like, "Jesus, this character just doesn't have a V trigger, does he?"
I saw that. I did the same thing. I like went into team mode. I was like, "Oh yeah, this looks cool," and then I used it in the match. I was like, "Huh." They made a really sick trailer because they made me believe this was good. That was a really sick trailer because they gassed me up.
Good. It was really good until you got the frame data in training mode where you got to see all the red. You're like, wait, my character's always red while he's using this V trigger.
Mate, like, he looked like a postbox. Like, he was just constantly red. Like, I was like, why would I ever do any of this? Like, outside of a combo, it's like, well, surely I'll just use V trigger 1 then. Like, you do get more damage of a V trigger 2, for sure. You do get more damage. But you normally sacrifice something. Like, sometimes you sacrifice positioning.
I think it's definitely a V trigger that will get you if you're not used to dealing with it. So if you're not training against it and you're not playing against it, because I played a Nash at Evo and I honestly didn't have, well, just in casuals, I had no idea what he was doing with V trigger 2. He was just throwing stuff out and I was like, wait, I have not labbed this enough. But I definitely know that it's minus. Just wasn't aware. So it's definitely one of those V triggers that if you haven't labbed it, you might be like, wait, why a Nash player is complaining?
Yeah. He's an SBO character. If you're going for a one and done sort of set, pick Nash. But if you're playing in a round robin,
yes, no, definitely don't pick Nash.
Yeah, don't play Nash.
Even Bonchan needs other characters.
That is true. And yeah, he'd rather go to Sagat. I mean, I think Sagat's way better.
Karin. He'd rather go to Karin.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that Nash does that's like, oh, I have to pick this character to do that. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Unless you hate doing booms unless you hate charging but want to throw booms. That's the only like unique selling point that Nash has. If you want to throw booms but don't like charging, you pick Nash. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nash, man, is this hope for season 4 buffs for you guys, huh?
Man, everything's crossed. I've got everything crossed.
I just think at this point he's one of the characters Capcom's written off.
It feels like cross-taken.
Feels like focus on other characters. Focus on the waifus that people play more.
You say that, but I'll play Jury if she was in the game. I think she's good.
I think she's good. I don't want her to get buffed. I hate her.
What, you hate fighting her or you hate the character?
Yeah, I hate fighting her. I literally can't stand fighting that character. I don't understand her at all. I don't understand what her game plan's supposed to be. I don't understand what she's doing. I don't understand why her stores have no recovery at all.
I mean, Jammerz has always told me, like, she's fun, she's not good. Tyrant said the same thing. I was like, but that's the only other character I kind of like. And
yeah, I understand.
I watch her and I'm like, she seems alright. Like, I don't see why she's considered bad. And she got buffed. I mean,
yeah,
she got some buffs and some were like quality of life things. I didn't like the pinwheel change. That wasn't really a buff. Where they changed the input for it.
Oh, you mean where they changed it to punches instead of kicks?
Yeah, I was just like...
I think that was a quality of life change because you would get stores when you were trying to anti-air and it just wasn't convenient.
Yeah, that I kind of understand. Like, no one likes overlaps. I remember, to this day, I didn't even know that many, but Goten players always used to moan about overlap. So, I don't want to live that life. I don't want to be a Goten player.
That was a change they made for quite a few characters where they gave that also to Nakali with his command grab, because his command grab used to be with punches. And they also changed Manat's explosion from punches to kicks for the overlap reason.
Oh, was that for the overlap reason? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you would get, it was the same motion basically, so you could get some weird stuff happening with Manat. I was just happier they changed it. It felt so much easier when they changed it.
That's fair. I mean, we're gonna wrap up the stream quickly because obviously the Kumite's over. I'll ask you one more question, Shiv.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in the possible changes?
Kami nerfs mainly. Not gonna lie to you.
Wow, you didn't even have to think about that one.
Kami nerfs, Gao nerfs, Minka nerfs. I just want to see 3 pages worth of nerfs for those characters. I don't necessarily want my character like Laura to be buffed that much because I don't think she's bad, despite what everyone else says, and I don't want her to be season 2 where it's just toxic to fight against her.
Right. I mean, that's fair.
I think the top 7 is really strong. They probably should get toned down a bit, maybe except for Rashid, because even Minat, she's really good and she has flaws, but I think she does need some adjusting. Overall, though, I just want the game to be a little bit, I don't want to say less scrub friendly, but you know what I mean.
Less enabling.
Yeah, like I hate losing to players holding up forward just because they have a dive kick.
Right.
You know what I mean, like I tried to anti-AU and I died for it because I had fundamentals and you decided you didn't.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. That's not a good way to go. It's not a good way to live your life for sure.
I agree. That's what it is.
Right, so I'm gonna have to do some research and find out who I can get in the next one. I did want to try and get Pax versus Hurricane.
That would be sick. That would actually be a sick set.
I'm gonna have to hold at them.
I will hit you up about that in DMs though.
Yeah. All right then. Cool. Dude, you know, use your esports skills to see if we can get Hurricane against Pax.
I'll talk to you a bit about that one in DMs because I actually think we might have issues with that one.
Oh, okay. I mean, are they
specifically CFN connection issues, really?
Oh man, see, this is what I thought was going to be an issue. I heard that the patch didn't really help the connection.
I stopped playing online a lot because it just broke the game. It broke the game.
Damn.
But Battle Lounge is okay for the most part.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see, because I mean, they don't have to put any money in and they get money out of it. That might be the incentive to put up with the bad connection, possibly.
When are you looking at realistically for the next Kumite to be?
I wanted to do them bi-weekly, so every other Monday, because Mondays I'll switch between this and cross tag. So next Monday's cross tag, and then the next one would be Street Fighter.
Well, we can talk about some possible guests. Like I have FFV suggestions. I think we'd be down for it as well.
Alright, and cool. Yeah, no, like definitely throw them my way, and then I'll ask them, see if they're interested. Because yeah, obviously, I mean, over December I'll probably take like a break because obviously one of them's gonna fall like bang on Christmas or something. But I wanted to get the ball rolling for after Christmas and New Year's and stuff. But yeah, shout out to you for jumping on commentary, man. Much appreciated.
I think this will specifically be good in Season 4 as well, just when the new patch drops. It will help with leveling up a lot.
That's a good point. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I'm down for all like the UK heads. I mean, with the other games, I had to reach out like across seas and stuff, like people in Europe and whatnot. But I think we've got enough of a player pool in the UK to just run players from UK on this.
Yeah, I understand.
And that'll be a lot easier when it comes to negotiating times. Obviously, with all the different time zones, it's a lot harder trying to get someone from France to play someone from Russia or something like that. So
yeah,
if we can do that for sure, and yeah, hopefully the more people I can get on board, the more people can get paid. Because the Matcherino, thanks to who we got, Rivizu and Kigari, I think I pronounced that right, Kagari, they donated a grip of money. So yeah, the Matcherino got up to £31 for an online set. It's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, hopefully we can continue to do this. If you're out for helping, man, or if you've got any suggestions on commentators as well, because I want to try and give people a chance to either try it out or get practice or anything like that on commentary. So if you can find anyone, I don't mind. Just what I do in the other Kumites is I let up to other people commentate, and I'll just do the stream stuff.
I think you're pretty knowledgeable about the game as well. Like, it was pretty cool commentating with you, so it was actually sick to do. I'll definitely hit you with some suggestions as well. This is sick. I don't mind doing commentating for this stuff.
Sick.
Well.
Alright then, cool, man. Again, thanks a lot then. Thanks for all your suggestions and your help. Shout out to everyone in stream. Shout out to Tyrant and obviously Jammerz for taking part. All of the Tyrant streamers in my chat, thanks for coming down. Sending Jammerz your juju. It worked. Tyrant winning 10-5. Pretty convincing. The archives will go up on my YouTube channel. Situational Damage. Some point midweek, probably Wednesday or Thursday. So I'll upload that. If you follow us on Twitter, then you'll be updated when that goes live. Don't forget to please hit the follow. That helps a lot with basically reaching out to people and getting money in the match arena. Like I said, it's free. You can donate to the match arena for free. If we get 100 people to use the free code, that's £50 for an online match. That's esports. That's pretty esports, if you ask me. But yeah, don't forget to hit follow. If you don't mind, hitting subscribe to us as well. But yeah, this is me and Shivs finishing off the stream. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
See you guys.